Spoken and Phonetics for Changes and Adult Learners.
Day 15, Part 2. Describe a memorable event in your life. You should say when the event took place, where the event took place, what happened exactly, and explain why this event was memorable for you. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about the topic. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. The answer. There are numerous happy events in life that I can recall, and among them I would like to talk about the day that I was blessed with a little sister. This was an event that I still recall vividly. I was then only 7 to 8 years old, and when I saw a little angel was crying on my mother's lap, I became the happiest man in the world. I was the only son of my parents, and when I heard that I will have another sibling, I got very excited, and I was counting days when his brother or sister of mine will come. I speculated and imagined lots of things I would do with my sibling. On the day that my sister came into the world was one of the happiest days of my life. For the first time, I felt a strong urge to kiss this little fairy child. She was so beautiful and adorable that I thanked God for the gift. My mother asked me to hold her and kiss her, but I was afraid to touch her as I thought that I might hurt her. I felt like I was flying on that day. My mother gave birth to the baby in the hospital, and I was so happy and attached by the event that I denied to return home at night. I stayed in the hospital cabin for about 4 to 5 days till my mother and sister came home. I came home with the most precious gift in the world. Part 3. How important are ceremonies in our lives? Ceremonies are very important in our lives. As you know, a ceremony allows us to acknowledge a transition or a rite of passage, a new beginning, or sometimes as a conclusion to an event in our lives. Ceremonies can motivate us, stimulating our emotions and prompt memories. The positive effects of ceremony are universal across civilizations and are neither specific to age or gender. Do you see the role of a private and public ceremony changing in the future? In my opinion, I suppose that rituals seem to be more complicated. The wedding must experience many stages and lasts about 2 days, likewise funerals. Have attitudes to marriage changed in recent years? People's attitude towards marriage has changed in recent years. In the past, when my parents were younger, people tend to spend a large sum of money on wedding ceremonies, wedding receptions, and honeymoon overseas. However, people nowadays are becoming more realistic. They have a small wedding ceremony, reception, and domestic honeymoon, and save that money for the married couple's future. In what ways do men and women feel different about marriage in your opinion? In recent years, no attitudes have changed that much. Over the past 60 years, however, they've changed a lot. I think at least part of the modern struggles within some marriage is that women have changed a great deal over the last century, and men haven't quite caught up yet. It causes conflict in regards to expectations and assumptions of roles within marriage among couples who struggle with clear communication and sincere mutual respect. What sort of national events make headlines in your country? Major sporting events make headlines, political events like elections make headlines, weather events make headlines, national holiday makes headlines. Stories relating to high-profile people make headlines. Major success of the country or some people in it make headlines. These and many other national events make headlines. Do the media in your country pay more attention to global or national events? Yes, the global or national event that I mentioned in my previous answer get the highest preference. Sometimes this preference gets overdone, and more important social issues go unnoticed.